We had our Generac 25 or 2800 watt generator go out 3 or 4 months ago. Started smoking really bad, and before that it wouldn't start. So I think there's several things wrong with it. So I swapped it out. It took me a while to kind of figure this out, but I already owned this 3400 watt Champion generator, portable dual fuel. Really super excited about it because I got it for the Lance, for the truck camping, and also for our fifth wheel. We used to use that quite a bit. I was an insurance adjuster for a while, and I wanted that in case we couldn't get a hold of shore power if we wanted to boondock. So I'm pretty happy with it. I love the thing. But anyway, the Lance Generac died, so I was like, hey, let's strap up the Champion. But it took a while to figure it out. I wasn't sure exactly which mounting system or idea I was going to go with. I had either too many ideas that weren't working or very few ideas that I thought would go good. And I came up with the idea to get a vehicle Reese hitch cargo hauler and use that to kind of basically wrap around it. So I've got kind of a security cage, and it's mounted to the Lance. So this is just a fabric cover put over top of everything, so it doesn't bleach out the generator. But I'll go ahead and get this so you can see it a little bit better. But yeah, it's working out pretty good. Right now, the cord for my shore power, I've got a power pole right over there in the woods. It's hooked up to it, or to the actual shore power of the Lance. I've got it run under the camper, and it pops up here, and then I plug it into the generator. Or I just, plug the shore power into it. Boy, it's super sunny. I can't even see what I'm doing here. But anyway, that's how it's hooked up for now. And as far as the cargo hauler, I cut it in 2 places, and instead of it being kind of like going wide from tail light to tail light, I turned it the other way, so it would go long ways from front to back of the vehicle. And then at about a third of the distance, I made a full slice and put 2 hinges. And then up here, I made kind of a half a slice, put this angle bracket. So it hinges right here, and it connects up top with a bolt. So it connects right here, so I take out that bolt. The idea was to put a padlock, but I haven't found one that reached here yet without hitting. So I undo this bolt, undo the bolt on the other side, and then the whole thing, kind of like this right here, unfolds and opens up, and my generator's just sitting there on a shelf. And then the way I mounted it would be straight through this bulkhead here, and then underneath, this ended up being pretty nifty. You can see the Lance stair system has these brackets. There's one more over there in case you want your stairs to be to the right. Then I got this turnbuckle, hooked it to the angle iron of the cargo thing, cargo hauler, and it worked out good. And then I put a piece of angle iron under here and put bolts into the bumper, and then bolts up into the angle iron, and it's pretty solid. It's not going anywhere. I thought for a minute there I was going to have to use like chains or cables and go from this area where the Atwood jack mounted and bring it down here. But since I was able to go into the back of the actual camper, it's pretty solid. It's as solid as when you get on the stairs. You can see it wiggle a little bit, but it's been working good. And as far as the noise and the vibration, it vibrates a lot less than the Generac that I had in there. And it's quieter. That Generac, it was so nice to have a button on the inside of the camper that I would push and it would, you know, start up for me. That was super convenient because I could be in my pajamas or right before, you know, cooking breakfast and just start it up. So this one, I've got it designed that, you know, all the buttons are right here. It's got electric start, so I just poke my fingers through and start it. And then I've got my propane line. If you guys are familiar with the dual fuel generators, Champion specifically, they've got a port here for your propane inlet. I ran the hose back behind, underneath, and then up into, actually, the bottles are around the corner, but there was a kind of a thing right under here where the old generator was. I just kind of tapped right into that, and it worked out pretty good. And then when I want to, you know, turn it off, I just reach my finger through there and turn it right back off. Or I've got a valve. We can't really see it, but the hose goes here, and I've got kind of a on-off, shut-off valve right here. I could just cut the propane supply. So with that was my first major mod to the Lance, and it's kind of iffy. No one wants to get their time and materials and money and waste it and then not work out. But it worked out real good. I'm happy with it. It is quieter than the Generac. It vibrates less. And while at first I was afraid that maybe someone would steal it, the cage idea that I came up with even takes care of that. And as you can see, I've got a cable lock that goes through the handle of the Champion and then around the jack leg. So even if they were to get this off, when the jacks are down, then, you know, they're not going to steal it. And also they can't slide it down the jack leg because there's a bracket right here that won't let it slide down. So we felt pretty comfortable about going to Walmart to shop or staying nights or even leaving the camper to go on a hike or something. So that's my tip for the day. Hope you guys are having a blast. We will talk to you soon.